Okay, guys, so let's say you've got to get into Vietnam and you need a visa and you don't have it, and you've got to get to Vietnam on the quick, like within days or even hours, even same day. You do have an option. So, whether you have an emergency or just being spontaneous, or you have a lot of things booked and you weren't able to get approved through the regular government website process, there is a solution for you, and that's what we're going to go over today, right? So, pretty excited about this. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with somebody that you think could use it, and follow my content, follow my journey. Let's share it together, okay? Okay, guys, here we are at vietnam-me.org, and this is the website we'll be using. First thing you'll notice on the upper right-hand corner is the 4.8 star rating on 2,300 plus reviews at Shopper Approved. These reviews are similar on other review sites. More importantly, they come highly recommended from a couple of friends of mine who needed to get into Vietnam the next day, and so this site, this company bailed them out. So I feel comfortable supporting it. The cool thing is you can apply right here and just kind of do a plug and play and get your pricing on the right hand side. Okay, but before we do that, we need to know kind of, there's a little bit of prep work we got to do, and I need to make sense of the categories for you. So we're going to go to start off under Services, eVisa, and on the left-hand side, you'll see Overview and Eligibility, Required Documents, Processing Time, Fee, and How to Apply. I just told you how to apply. Okay, simple as that. This Overview and Eligibility page, not everyone requires a visa, and not everyone is allowed a visa. So you can plug in your nationality here on the left and check your eligibility there on the right to find out if you even need to go through this process or are even able to go through this process. I'm a U.S. citizen. I need a visa, so that's what I'll be doing. Required documents, you got to have two things. Really, you need to have a picture of or a scan of your passport page, the half page that has your picture and the seal and all of your information on it. Make sure when you take that picture that it's face on, so it looks like a square and doesn't look like you're looking at it from a distance. And make sure there's no glare that's evident and covering up any information, including that seal, right? So that's the trick with taking a picture of that. And then you need a portrait photo here, 4 centimeters by 6 centimeters. This is the same photo that you need for your passport. So if you're doing it yourself, it needs to be a current one. Don't keep reusing the same one. And you're going to try to match your passport photo as best as you can. That's why they're asking for it. And so what that means is, you've got to have, JPEG format. You need less than or equal to 2 megabytes. This is for the upload. You need to be facing straight on, no hat, no glasses, and you also need, decent clothes with a white background. There's plenty of background removers out there, and there are templates for you to line up your face in the right spot on the picture. So I encourage you using one of those. And no smiling, no smiling in the photo. All right, so anyway, that's required. That's required documents. The crux of this is going to be the processing time and fee. And so how they do it is it's divided into kind of two categories. One is your type of visa, and the other is the processing time required. So if you're only using this company just to process the visa and not do any type of expedited service, and they're just filling out the visa and sending it in the same way you can do yourself, then you are not going to have to worry about the processing time. They won't charge you extra. If you want to know how much it costs to do this, then I've got a video that's a step-by-step process. You can do it yourself. If you've got over 5 business days, I would say, to tackle it ahead of your flight, then you should do it yourself or try. It's only $25 to do that way for a single entry into Vietnam, and you can stay there for up to 90 days. And you double that if you want a multiple entries where you can come in and out of Vietnam for up to 90 days. Okay, so $25 versus $50, and you'll save a little money over having somebody else do it. So if you're capable of doing that and have the time, check out that video. That's the one for you. But let's say that you're in a hurry, right? You're in a pinch, like my friends were. They found out they needed a visa to get into Vietnam. The day before they left, they hit me up. I heard you need a visa to get into Vietnam. I said, yes, you do. The way that this website has this divided up is in your length of visa, you've got 1 month single, 1 month multiple, 3 month single, and 3 month multiple. If you're doing it yourself, these are not divided in 1 month and 3 months. So you're just going to apply for up to 90 days, and I recommend you doing the full 90 days because you can always come home early. You can always leave early. there. So, but anyway, for me, I always do 90 days single entry. So that would fall under 3 months single right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to look at this middle column. It says admin government fee because I just told you the fees to do it yourself, $25 for single and $50 for multiple. And you can see their prices for the singles are 35 and the multiples are 60. So they add 10 bucks there. And then there is a service fee. That's going to be the left column. And so you'll see the different prices for the service fee. It goes up, as the longer you stay and whether you're multiple or not. So for me, 3 months single, I'd be looking at $54 service fee, 35 for admin and government. So I'm looking at a total of 89 US dollars per person to have it just normal process, just as if I were doing it myself. And again, this would cost me $25 if I did it myself. Find out how to do that in the walkthrough video, whichever side that is. Okay, but we're in here because you need to get in quick, right? So here's your processing times. So we're just going to bookmark this as kind of 89 USD per person. We'll roll with it. So you're going to get a 3-month single entry, but you need it quick, right? So here's your normal, they call it 4 working days. And the reason I will say this is they guarantee it in 4 working days. What they don't include is the day you apply and the day you leave, right? So if you're applying on Monday and your plane leaves on Friday, you've only got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as processing days. So this normal 4 working day guarantee may not work for you, right? So what I would need in that scenario is a 2 working days, which is 40 US dollars. Okay, and so you would add that 40 US dollars to the 89 that we just mentioned, and that comes to 129. So that would get me in that scenario. My friends needed an express 4 working hours, right? So the super urgent working one day would not have worked for them because they didn't find out until the day before. So you have the day before you leave and the day of. There's no middle day in there that's a working day. So that wouldn't work. So they're stuck with either the 4 working hours or the 2 working hours. And the 4 working hours was fine for them. So they paid 120 US dollars per person plus the 89. I think they actually did a 1-month single, so 79 there, right? So I ended up costing them about 210 bucks. Okay, so now that you understand a little bit about how this works, we're going to go into this apply visa like I promised you and check this out. So the cool thing about this is on the left, you've got your information that you fill in, and on the right, you have these service fee, processing fee, admin fee, and your total amount. Those all auto-populate based on what you put in on the left-hand side. It defaults to the 4 working days, okay? But let's just fill this out real quick. I'm going to go 3 months single. Tourist or business, it's your only options. Go tourist, right? And, okay, so today is the 23rd, right? And let's say that I'm wanting to get in on the 29th, okay? So I'm going to put down the 29th. And when I do this, just know that there's also, weekends do not count as a working day, so Saturday, Sunday, and holidays, right? And I'll pop up the list of holidays here in just a moment. But for now, there's no holidays for the rest of 2025. And you've got, so my working days that I've got are Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and I leave on Wednesday. So that's only 3 working days. And so when I click on the 29th, you'll see it automatically updates to the 2 working day option. Isn't that fantastic? And so everything then on the right auto-populates in, so I know my total would be 129 USD. Okay, so now let's pretend I need to get there a little quicker, right? So let's pretend I need to get there on Monday, right? So Monday is a few days away, but I've only got really 1 working day in there, and that is Friday, the 24th. And so it automatically updates here Friday. Now you can go in and let's say you come over here and you're not leaving until the 31st. So it's going to auto-populate. It auto-populates to the cheapest available option. I'm just going to tell you that. But let's just say you want to get it quicker for whatever reason, or just want to be sure. You can go urgent. You can change it yourself. You can't change it to a time that's longer than what it'll take to get you in, but you can change it to a faster time. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. And one thing I'll say real quick about holidays, because you do need to be aware of them, is Vietnam does have some floating holidays where some of their holidays are based on the lunar calendar. So they do float around from year to year. Again, you're done with your government holidays for the remainder of 2025, but this is a list of 2026 holidays. And you can look that up on any number of sites and find out what those are, okay, and just plan accordingly. Once again, if you've got 10 days or 2 weeks or whatever, you should really try to fill this out yourself. You'll get approved or denied within 3 to 5 business days. I've done this 8 times. I've never got denied. If for whatever reason you do get denied, you can come in here and do one of those 2-day expedited services and not pay an arm and a leg. Okay? So I hope this video helps you. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody that needs it, and thank you. We'll see you in the next, guys. Bye.